Hi everyone, my name is Annie and I am a Star Diamond coach with Team Boom and also a co-founder. And I'm going to go over today with you about the free invite guide and what you would do if you were to ask them to maybe one of our exclusive challenges like the 21-day fix. And they said, no right now. So I'm going to go over how you just invite them to one of our free groups so you can continue to build a relationship with them. So my takeaway is that in the past years of being a coach is my fourth vital skill that and suggestion to give to you is commit to being here a year from now. This business is something that, you're building a relationship with coaches and with customers, and they eventually will maybe join your challenge. And then those customers that join the challenge are really going to be your best coaches. So I've had people that tell me no, and then 6 months later or 3 months later, they see me still doing the workouts. They see us still doing the workouts. They, are sick and tired of being sick and tired. And they have happened to be in my free group and they see something about a challenge and they'll message me and say, hey, Annie, this is my time. I'm ready to do this. Or I'll follow up with them and be like, hey, I know in the past you didn't want to join our challenge, but I'm just following up with you again because I have 3 spots left in my next XYZ challenge. And then if it's their time, they're ready. So I never count anybody out. I always tell coaches, think about how long maybe it took you to join a challenge and then maybe become a coach. So if you invite somebody with the 21-day script group challenge pack, which my sister talked about earlier, is the number one way that I suggest you ask somebody. And then you can follow up with them with this free group invite guide to help them get into our free group and then give them support and motivation from there and build a relationship with them through forming them. So I'm going to share my screen here. And I will also mention that some of my best coaches were people that I invited and said no, and then maybe 6 months later or 3 months later they contacted me or I contacted them, and they have now gone on to be some of my Star Diamond coaches, which is pretty awesome. So all right, so what you're going to want to do is, obviously this is the 21-day fix group script when my sister went over, which is in the file tab, and then there's this free group invite step. So after they have said no to the 21-day fix group, you can still ask them, would it be okay if I add you to my free motivational group? Are you interested? And then if they are, say, awesome, here's the link. Do you mind messaging me once you have a minute to do it? Then I'll know that you made a free account. You made your free profile. So I always say profile because it's something that they are making. From there, you would put in your coach ID at the end. And if they don't respond when they do it, again, most people might be on their phone or their computer, so you want to follow up with them twice. They might ask you, what is the free group about? So, we made this group for people that want to have a spot for advice, motivation, able to post progress, photos, share recipes. Feel free to answer questions and give your opinions. It is a Beachbody-based group, P90X Insanity, but you do not have to be doing these programs in order to be in the group. Does that sound good? They might ask you why you want to make a profile, and you say it's just a website of tons of free recipes, ideas. They have awesome products, but you do not have to buy anything to be in the group. They might ask you if they already have an account already, then you can have them send in this email to switch over to you. After they make the free account, I add them into my free group. So everybody might have a different free group that you are in with your coach. But my free group happens to be Team Boom 6, which I started a long time ago. And it's basically a free group that has a daily thread, has motivational questions, pictures, recipes, but nobody's doing a specific workout. There's a lot of Beachbody coaches that are in the groups talking about what they're doing, and that's where the customers really start to see, oh, maybe I want to join that challenge. So what you would do is you would just add somebody in to the free group, and then you could comment and say, hey, Tracy, this is our free group where we have motivation and support for our customers and coaches. So I tag them in the daily thread, and then I send them this next step, which says, thanks for making your profile, and then telling them a little bit about, the group. I just added you. There's a daily thread. You can talk about would you mind introducing yourself? After they introduce themselves, if they don't introduce themselves, they follow up and say, hey, just checking in. Did you have a chance to introduce yourself? From there, I want to ask this person to start to make a co-leadership role. So I ask people that join my challenge groups with a challenge pack to do a co-leadership role and my free group. I think it helps them get more acquainted with the group and feel more comfortable to post. So I say, I'm really glad I invited you. You're doing an awesome addition to the group. I think the other members are really going to benefit. Would you mind taking a co-leadership role? Nothing crazy. Just feel free to post pictures, quotes, and encourage others. Basically what you're already doing. Is that okay? And then I follow up with them again a couple days later after they've had a chance to be a co-leader and say, hey, what did you like about the co-leadership role? And, they'll be like, oh, it's so cool. It's fun. Even if they say like, oh, I haven't had a chance, I'll say like, if they don't say anything, I'll be like, it's totally cool if you're not interested, just have fun and enjoy the group. Then I ask them, if they're commenting and they're asking questions and they're being exactly what we do, I ask them, I say, hey, you're doing an awesome job in the group. You're basically doing what I do as a Beachbody coach. Have you ever considered doing what I do to be in the group? Have you ever considered doing what I do? And most people will say, no, I don't know much about it. I don't know, what is it? And I'll just say to them, is it okay? I'll tell them what we do. So the 3 different things that we do, and then have them watch the coaching opportunity. And even if they say no, I will still, after they watch the video, ask them what they liked about the video. This is all done through Facebook messaging. Even if they say they don't really, know if they would be interested, I still say, is it okay if I have some others share the experience with you? So I'll put them on a message thread with 2 to 3 other coaches that I know that they would probably relate to. And I just say, hey guys, I put Tracy on this message. And she's interested in hearing about your perspective on coaching. Would you guys mind sharing your experience with coaching and Shakeology? So this just helps them relate to somebody else's story. Maybe they feel a connection with some other, maybe somebody other's experience. And it's just a great way for them to understand that there's so many other people out there that are doing the coaching and gaining experience by doing this. And then I message them, I follow up with them, and then there's different ways to talk about, joining with a challenge pack, and that goes into the group. But this is basically inviting them to that free group and then asking them to take a co-leadership role. And from there, you can start to build a relationship and talk with them and get to know them. So I hope this was helpful, and I will talk to you guys later.